Hello guys and welcome back to Concrete Elbow. Today we're going to talk about Devon versus
Get that fucking autotune out of here.
Well, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. 2 weekends from now, we'll have one of the biggest matches in arm wrestling history. Devon No Limits Larratt versus Ermes Gasparini, the Gladiator. Who's going to win this match? Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each side, and then at the end I will give my final prediction. Devon Larratt is arguably the strongest he's ever been in the sport, to the point to where he's not even relying on the King's move anymore. He's actually doing things like going in a hook, the conventional top roll, pressing, even flop pressing against Dave. He's even defeated Gennady in the hook. He recently defeated Dave in the hook. So in case you didn't get the message, his hook is fucking strong. Not only that, but this man has insane endurance. And I mean crazy. Like to the point where he told a story of how he went into this bike store, and I don't know if it was motorcycles or actual bikes, whatever, but he bet the store owner if he could do 1,000 push-ups, he would get one of the bikes for free. And sure enough, this dude did over 1,000 push-ups. I'm not making the story up. You can go to Coach Ray's channel. I believe that's where it's at. And Devon tells the story there. But my God, 1,000 push-ups in a row. Insane. Devon can hold someone in that King's move position forever. Like he's got a really nice spot where he won't get tired. He'll just hold you there. He will tire you out and you will quit. And on top of all of this, he's a master in the setup. He can find any little micro adjustment, whatever, and that could change the entire outcome of the match. Table IQ, 10 out of 10. If not 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, because like this guy could shake your hand and then he'll know, okay, I know what to do. And let me not forget to mention that his wrist is very strong. Quite possibly one of the strongest wrists in arm wrestling, maybe the strongest, maybe the best wrist. Not even Levon could crack that wrist back. Now on the flip side, there's always got to be some negatives. He doesn't do well against speed. We saw in his match with Prudnik, round 1, Prudnik almost got a pin on him outside the straps. Very close. Some people argue that it was a pin. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was a pin, but I'll let y'all decide that. But the point is, speed is a weakness of his. He's not very fast himself. Even Levon, I mean, if you watch that match, round 1, Levon, it seemed like Levon was faster than him. That could just be because Levon was much stronger, but point is, Devon isn't really fast and explosive. And while I did mention he has a King's move earlier, he doesn't do well if the opponent has a flop press. Gennady was able to flop press him a couple rounds. The first round, the flop press caused Devon to get a second elbow foul, giving Gennady the win. And then later on, Gennady flopped and pressed Devon right to the pad. So his King's move versus a flop press, a good flop press, wouldn't go well for him. It would also appear that his inside game endurance, his hook endurance, isn't as good as his King's move top roll endurance. Next up, we have Ermes Gasparini. Now, if you were to take a lightweight arm wrestler, a very proficient lightweight arm wrestler, very skilled, very fast, combine that with the extraordinary power, you have Ermes Gasparini. That's right. He
he's pretty much maintained everything he had as a lightweight, and he's able to achieve that at the super heavyweight level as well. He has the back pressure world record, and this was actually demonstrated not just with the weights but against Levon, because he was able to stop Levon multiple times, and that was because of his very powerful back pressure. Ermes has really good hand control in matches. He's very fast, very versatile. He can press, he can top roll. Against Levon, he was able to bring out the flop wrist press. So he knows how to handle many different situations. He was even able to stop the King's move against Michael Todd. Now, Michael Todd did win, but he knows what to do to defeat it, and he's a lot stronger now than he was back then. Now, in terms of cons, I don't think Ermes can do well if the setup doesn't favor him. When he went against Alex Kardashev, he did not like the setup at all, and he ended up losing every round. Now, he is a lot stronger since then, so maybe that wouldn't be an issue anymore, but he seems to get very frustrated if the setup does not favor him, and I think that might mess with his head. This could also be seen with Mask in their last super match. Whenever Matt pinned him, I don't think Ermes was very happy with that setup, and Matt got him pretty quick. How good is Ermes' endurance? Well, if you look at the match with Gennady, he was barely able to do all 6 rounds. Yes, he won after round 4, but barely able to finish. Look at the match he had with Dave Chafee. He won that hands down, but he had to work really hard, and he was very, very tired and out of breath at the end of that match. And my last con for Ermes would be that he doesn't really have a good hook. You never see him do it. In a podcast with him, Evgeny, and Ingen, he made a joke saying that top rolling was a smart way to arm wrestle, whereas Evgeny said no, hook. So 2 different mindsets, but we never see him do it. We never do. Maybe when he was a lightweight, sure, but as a super heavyweight, you just never see him do it. I don't think he has a good hook, guys. I don't. Now, you might try to argue, look at how he beat Jerry, but he stopped Jerry. Yes, he stopped Jerry inside, but then he immediately transitioned outside. He did it in a certain way to beat Jerry, to stop Jerry from getting inside his power. So, no, he didn't beat Jerry in a hook. So, who is going to win this match? Well, there's a lot of different ways you can look at this. If you look at what I said about Ermes being very fast, very technical, and then we go back to Devon not doing good against speed, Ermes could get in there. He could very well do what he did to Jerry on Devon. He could do that. Just completely overwhelm him, not even let him get to the strap. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Devon is a lot stronger now, that he will be able to stop Ermes. Look at their matches. Ermes versus Dave, Devon versus Dave. Devon did way better against Dave than Ermes did. He did whatever he wanted to, whereas Ermes got very close to the pin pad and almost got pinned. I mean, they thought in round 2 that Dave did pin him, but he didn't. Now people try to say, Dave's injured, but he's had this injury for years. He's come out and said he's had this neck injury for 5 years. He also told Devon that his strength was similar, like it wasn't vastly different than when he pulled Ermes. So
I think Devon will be able to stop him. The question is, how much stronger has Ermes got since he faced Dave and Levon? Levon believes Ermes is stronger than when they faced. So that's the mystery. We're going to find out. If he's able to just run right through Devon, then who knows? Who knows how the match with him and Levon will go at that point. Ermes is very versatile, but so is Devon. This man knows counters to everything. So Ermes can try pressing his king's move all day. But if Devon anticipates the press coming, he's going to adjust. And he's going to put Ermes in the hook. That's what he said he was going to do to Dave in WAL when they faced in 2018 or 2019. He said that if Dave went for the press, he was going to stand up and hook with him. The weaker Devon said that, okay? The weaker Devon. And, we saw what he did to Dave in the hook now. So, and since I'm mentioning the hook, I think Devon beats Ermes in the hook. I don't know why Ermes is saying, I go and hook with you, I hook with you. You never do it. You never do it, Ermes. And when you do, look, it doesn't look good when Prudnick is beating you in the hook, man. It doesn't look good. All right? And that was 2 years ago. Okay, it was 2 years ago. But the thing is, if you never do a certain movement, you can't just automatically be good at it. You can't. Okay, there's technique behind everything. And Ermes himself said in an interview with Ingen a couple weeks ago that he thinks Devon could beat him in a hook with his shoulder behind. Okay, so I think Devon could, if they started in a hook, I think Devon beats him. And quite frankly, I think Devon wins this match. This all comes down to how much stronger Ermes has got since he faced Dave and Levon. Okay? If it's tremendous, if it's insane, if he just destroys Devon, then I think the match with him and Levon is 50-50 at that point. Okay? Because Devon is a lot stronger now. He's a lot stronger. So I believe Devon has this. And I also want to point out that people try saying, oh, well, look how Devon did against Gennady. Look how Ermes did. No, that's not a good argument, because the match with Gennady was 2 years ago. Gennady literally just came back after a long break from arm wrestling. Wasn't as strong as he is now. His arm wrestling wasn't as good. Look at Gennady versus Devon. Okay? Flop press. Not one time did you see Gennady do that against Ermes. Not one time. This Gennady would do that. And I guarantee you, he would have pinned that Ermes. Okay? This Gennady would pin that Ermes. So, you can't use that argument 2 years ago. Whereas the match with Dave and Ermes 7 months ago, very close. It's very close, guys. So, I believe Devon's going to win. I do. His wrist is better than Ermes. His hook is better than Ermes. And obviously Ermes is stronger than Devon. But you can't just say, just because he curls more or whatever, he's stronger, he automatically wins in the hook. No, there is technique behind it. Okay, there's technique behind all this stuff. So, Devon Larratt takes this 3-2, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of you that disagree. Please share with me in the comments. If I messed up on something, let me know. If there's a point I missed on either side, let me know. I'm anticipating this to be a really, really close match. Really close. I hope it's good. But let me know what y'all think. Peace out.